Okay, so this is a no spoilers review of the French horror movie Raw, which is about a young vegetarian veterinarian student. And in a hazing ritual at her new vet school, she's kind of forced to eat raw meat. At which point she realizes that she really likes raw meats, okay, that walks and talks. This is cannibalism. So let me start off by saying that this movie starts off a little strange. The protagonist, Justine, played by Grant Smear, is dropped off at a vet school. She's a freshman, and this hazing ritual is way the fuck out of line. Before you even get to the raw meat, then they line them up to eat a fucking raw rabbit liver or a kidney. Shit, I don't know which organ it was, but it was raw and it belonged to a rabbit. Fuck are y'all over there doing, France? But it gets better. So now that I've gotten that out the way, I have one dislike about this movie. Justine, the protagonist, her older sister, Alexia, also attends this school. And Justine, being new and shy and all, was in some dire need of sisterly guidance. And Alex just apparently didn't give a fuck, which is important to the storyline. The sister relationship was inconsistent. And I know that some siblings have inconsistent, love hate relationships or were never close, but they're siblings and they love each other, so they look out for each other. But that's not what this was. She was just all over the place, and I don't think it was character flaw. I feel like it was for the sake of plot convenience, to drive the plot in certain directions. And there didn't seem to be a motive for how erratic her behavior was, unless she's bipolar. I mean, she did come off as the rebellious one, but she really seemed more like, just a random chick at school than a sister. Other than that, I liked it. So likes. Graz Menier, the star. So this is like her first major, feature film. She was awesome. She perfected like the transformation, the evolution of Justine. It was a great performance. It was believable. It was just the best thing about this movie. Her transformation was psychological, physical, mental, and she nailed it. My next like is overall balance. It was just it was the right amount of everything: the direction, the performances, the music, the characters, the cinematography. Lots of interesting uses of color and light. Some very artistic scenes and imagery, and not just trying to appear deep and doing shit that nobody knows what the fuck even means, just to be, look weird and edgy. No, I didn't get that. It was very well produced, written and directed by Julia Ducournau. Sorry, I'm giving you my best French. She nailed this shit, and yes, this was written and directed by a woman. This was just like 10 likes right there, crammed into one. But I wasn't expecting all that from cannibalism. So my next like, I do feel like this was an interesting twist on the cannibalism subgenre, mostly for how awesomely it was directed and produced, but just, also there was a not so subtle sexual parallel, I guess, maybe like a coming of age, wilding out in college, sexual liberation kind of thing. The thirst for flesh. Once you get that first taste, um, I think the director was able to blend that metaphor to the point that sometimes you couldn't even tell if Justine was hungry or horny or both, or maybe one was driving the other. It was really intense, and it was really interesting to watch it unfold. Wrapping up here, this was pretty solid for me. There were flaws, but there were so many other components that make up for them. Lots of gore, if that's your thing. What you have to keep in mind is that this is metaphorical, and you're meant to kind of look beyond some of the more shocking details and look at the layers. I was impressed. It was original. It was really good to watch. I gave it a 7 out of 10 stars. Follow me on Twitter at MovieBuffChick1. Hit me up, like, subscribe. Thanks.